Good evening, and welcome to the July 8th, 2014 Town Board meeting for the Town of Ossining. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Councilman Blaha,
Present.
Councilman Wilshire,
Present.
Councilman Harder,
Present.
and Councilman Jeffrey,
Present.
and Supervisor Dowling.
Present.
Do we have any announcements?
Yes, we do. We just want to remind everyone that next Tuesday, July 15th, 2014, we'll have our normally scheduled town hall meeting at the library at 7:30. Our agenda will be discussing police services for the unincorporated area of Ossining. 7:30, regular time. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a Village of Ossining presentation, a Westchester County presentation, and then we're going to open for question and answers. First questions submitted by letter or phone call or email, and then we'll open up the floor for questions. You can find the the blank RFP and the answers from the Village of Ossining, the Village of Briarcliff Manor, and Westchester County on the town webpage, right on the front page. So if you want to look them up and read them and everything, and any questions you have, the sooner you get them to us, the better.
Just, you say that you can find Briarcliff, but just explain
Yeah,
why they're not
a
going
little
to be.
second, yeah. And then part of the agenda will be an update on our reassessment revaluation and other items that any residents and commercial properties want to bring to the town. We feel that the police services one will be quite lengthy. Okay, so on the RFP, as we come to the end of 4-year contract with Westchester County of the Public Safety, Department of Public Safety, in December, the town issued an RFP, which is a request for proposal for police services to see if the landscape had changed ever since the original contract was issued. Westchester County, the Village of Ossining, and the Village of Briarcliff Manor responded. However, Briarcliff Manor was disqualified as they only offered to supply services for election districts 17 and 20. The RFP called for the entire unincorporated area. The RFP responses can be viewed and downloaded from the town webpage at townofossining.com. At our regular scheduled town hall meetings, as I said before, we will have presentations from both the Village of Ossining and the Westchester County Department of Public Safety. Each of these government entities will have officers and staff on hand to answer questions for interested parties, but we especially want to hear from the residents and commercial property owners of the unincorporated area of the town. We understand that some of you might not be able to make it to the town hall meeting, so if you have any questions, comments, please forward them to me at sdonnelly@townofossining.com. So it's SDONNELLY at townofossining.com. And they will be asked at the town hall meeting. If you plan to attend the town hall meeting but would rather communicate to us either by email or U.S. mail, that works too. We have already received some feedback and encourage everyone to read the information and submit your questions as far in advance as possible, because we want all the entities to be able to research your questions and have the best possible answers prepared to you at that town hall meeting. The final decision must be made sometime in August 2014, so all the parties can determine their next steps and budget appropriately. Town-wide reval or reassessment. Tyler Technologies, which I hope most of us know is the firm we hired by the consortium, is in the process of collecting data, the first phase of several in this project. Along with the internal walkthrough, this stage includes measuring all houses or commercial properties, as well as all outbuildings, such as a detached garage or sheds. Not little. All sheds, or just little, or just all sheds? Wow. It is essential that we get a true inventory of everything to ensure fair and equitable taxation to everyone. There are still people who don't know about the reval, which I'm pretty surprised at, but I do run into them every now and then. So please pass this information on to your families and friends who live in the town of Ossining. This will also be all part of the supervisor's update that will go out tomorrow. Excuse me. There are some important factors to constantly remember. There has not been a reassessment in Ossining since 1972. This is a revenue-neutral process, which means that there is no more taxes collected, but rather the distribution of tax responsibility, and we want to make sure it's fair. It will not affect the budgets or the tax cap, except where the funds that will pay for the revaluation will come out of the town general tax, and every town of Ossining resident shares that budget. The cost is not to exceed $1.8 million. I had some strange numbers coming to me the other day, so I wanted to make sure people understood that. And while that sounds like a lot, please understand that the town of Ossining, the smallest percent of all your taxes, has refunded close to $2.5 million in grievances in the last 5 years alone. The assessor's office needs to be able to defend the assessments with current values, and everyone must pay their fair share. Tomorrow, Wednesday, my husband and I will have our interior and exterior inspection done. We wanted to make sure that everyone knew that we welcomed the reassessment and will do everything in our power to make sure Tyler Technology gets all the information that they need. We hope that each of you feel the same way and open your doors for this very short inspection. Please remember, they're not looking at your furniture or your artwork, but rather at the number of rooms you have, bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, etc., and the square footage of your home. Parks Public Opinion Survey Grant. We've talked about this on and off for years, but there's been a grant out there, and the town of Ossining received a small grant several years back to poll some of our residents about the Ossining town parks. We are sending the questionnaire out to the residents of the unincorporated area because limited funds of the grant do not allow us to send it out to the whole town. Asking questions such as, are you familiar with the town parks? What parks do you utilize? What activities would you like to see or see more of in the parks? Please help us by answering the survey if you get it. The surveys have a prepaid return labels to make sure you write your name and address and phone number on the inside. Follow the folding instructions and mail it back to us by the deadline. 2 submissions will be chosen from all the surveys returned, and each will receive a $100 gift card to one of 2 great Ossining spots, one to the Keenan House and one to the Boathouse. As you've seen, this administration is getting serious about improving our parks, and we want to hear from you. What can we do better? Let us know, and some of you will have dinner on us, and it won't be any of us. We are a comprehensive plan review. We are in the process of reviewing the town comprehensive plan. The entire comp plan is on the Town of Ossining webpage. We will be looking at all the recommendations that have not yet been implemented and determine if they are still relevant for 2014. Additionally, we will be taking suggestions from our residents and commercial property owners as to other items we could address in relation to the comprehensive plan. This is the town comprehensive plan. We invite everyone to join us at the meetings listed below. July 17th at 7 p.m., August 21st at 7 p.m., September 18th at 7 p.m., and October 16th at 7 p.m. All of these meetings will be held in the first floor boardroom at 16 Croton Avenue. Well, we understand that many of you will be away enjoying vacation during some of these times. You can always submit suggestion comments or questions to me, again, at sdonnelly@townofossining.com, or call the office at 762-6001. We want to hear from you. Ethics Code and Board. The Town Ethics Board has been working diligently to strengthen our code of ethics. A big thank you goes out to Stuart Kahan and Sandy Hirsch, who, along with Deputy Town Attorney Mark Reisman, have been working on this project over the past several months. Stuart gave the Town Board an update at our last work session and will document their recommended changes for us shortly. The Ethics Board will grow from 3 to 5 members, and the Deputy Town Attorney will now be a liaison as opposed to an actual member going forward. So, we are looking for 3 people to become part of the Ethics Board this fall, and we encourage anyone interested to send their resumes to Maddie at mzacchacz@townofossining.com, and we will be accepting resumes from all interested residents. You do not have to be an attorney. In fact, there is a requirement that at least one member not have a law background.
Can I hear you say her name again?
No. Business Development Committee. Our Business Development Committee meets regularly and will soon begin surveying all the businesses on North State Road. What can the Town of Ossining, the Chamber of Commerce, and the BEC do for your business? By building an inventory of the businesses on North State Road, we hope to work with both Chambers of Commerce and the existing businesses to not only improve public relations, but to establish ways to give existing businesses a boost while attracting new businesses to our area. Members of this committee will be walking on North State Road in the next month or so. We want to be a partner with you as we work towards attracting more business and shoppers to our commercial district. And we would like to remind everyone that this Friday night is the fireworks. There will be the regular Friday night concert, but on top of that, there'll actually be two bands playing, and there'll be two bands playing, and the fireworks will go off between 9 and 9:15. The bands start at 7. And I unfortunately will not be there, but I'm hoping most of my board's with, and the deputy supervisor will be taking my place at this occasion. I would have been there if it was the 3rd of July, but thank goodness, Henry reacted quickly and postponed those fireworks. Some communities did not do that, and if you have any understanding of how expensive fireworks are, you don't want to lose that money. We have an extra special surprise, and that is that the spray park is just about done. The paint came in, the floor got painted. There'll be water testing tomorrow, and should we not have a bad experience on the testing of the water and everything, we will open the spray park, the John Trevokis Spray Park at Lewis Angle Park on Thursday at noon. The spray park will be open extra hours because we've had it closed so long, so it will be opened Thursday from 12 to 8, and it will be closed, unfortunately, all day Friday because that's where the fireworks set up, so we have to close off the whole beach and the playground area. And Saturday and Sunday it will also be opened extended hours. Please call the community center for those, and as of that point, as of Thursday, we will have the regular scheduled hours for the spray park. Please understand this, that the spray park does have limited hours right now as we work towards our goal of having a recirculation system at the spray park. Much thanks to Senator Carlucci for getting us a grant for $100,000, which gives us a big step forward in putting that circulation system in. We're hoping to have it in for 2015, and right now we have the engineering studies being done on it. And if you think about it, we'll be able to, so many good points of it. 1, it's environmentally better. 2, you should not be spraying and dumping into the Hudson River. 3, we'll be able to keep the hours open much longer because we'll be recycling the water. And number 4, we will save a tremendous amount of money on water. So we're looking forward to that. So those are just a glimpse at the exciting things that are going on in the town of Ossining. Anything else? I think we covered mostly. Oh.
I was wondering, has anybody looked? I'm trying to find the weather here. Has anybody found the weather?
Oh, the weather for Friday is supposed to be perfect.
Oh, good. Okay.
In fact, they were talking about how scattered thunder showers tonight and maybe tomorrow, but Friday didn't have any clouds on the weather
Good,
pitch.
okay.
Yeah. And we watch NOAA constantly now, so we're constantly online. In fact, on the beautiful day of Sunday, I actually posted the NOAA thing because it said the dew point was the perfectest it could possibly be.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to a great time Friday night. It will be the first of many. All summer we'll have concerts down at the waterfront on Friday night. And if you've gone down there, or if you haven't yet, go down and take a peek. Our stage is about 95% done. They're just going to be putting the railing around the 3 sides, so it's very exciting.
I don't remember the concerts that are going forward. They're at 7 or 7?
It's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
This one starts at 7 too. Yeah. Okay, Madam Clerk, thank you for indulging me.
Do we have any public comments on any agenda items? No. We'll go go into board resolutions. Resolved that the town board of the town of Austin hereby approves the June 24th, 2014 minutes of the regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossing hereby approves the voucher detail report dated July 8th, 2014, in the amount of $232,929.69. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There are two, not to interrupt the clerk, but there are two voucher detail reports tonight. We had some invoices, one being quite large that came in. It's a payment on the Old Albany Post Road dead end for the contractor. Was a regularly scheduled payment. It just got waylaid, so we wanted to make sure they got it. Yes, sir. What? Yeah. Oh, I see. I was.
Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossing hereby approves the voucher detail report dated July 8th, 2014, in the amount of $86,479.48. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No one opposes.
Whereas the Church of St. Augustine's, by letter dated June 26, 2014, has requested a permit from the town of Ossing for a fireworks display to be held on the evening of Wednesday, July 23, 2014, at 9:15 p.m., rain date of July 24, 2014, and whereas the church has submitted the information required by Section 101-5 of the Code of the Town of Ossing and Section 4052 of the Penal Law of the State of New York, and whereas the bond insurance coverage submitted by the church has been found by the town attorney to comply with the requirements of Section 101-6 of the Austin Code and Section 405 of the state penal law, and whereas the fire chief has made an inspection of the premises where the fireworks display will be held and reported that such display will not be hazardous to persons or property. Now therefore be it resolved that the application of the Church of St. Augustine's for a fireworks display on July 23, 2014, at 9:15 p.m., rain date July 24, 2014, is approved subject to the following conditions pursuant to Section 4053 of the Penal Law. 1. The actual point at which the fireworks are to be fired shall be at least 200 feet from the nearest permanent building, public highway or railroad, or other means of travel, and at least 50 feet from the nearest above-ground telephone or telegraph line, a tree, or other overhead obstruction. 2. The audience at such display shall be restrained behind lines at least 150 feet from the point at which the fireworks are discharged, and only persons in active charge of the display shall be allowed inside these lines. 3. All fireworks that fire a projectile shall be so set up that the projectile will go into the air as nearly as possible in a vertical direction, unless such fireworks are to be fired from the shore or a lake or other large body of water, in which case they may be directed in such manner that the falling residue from the deflagration will fall into such lake or body of water. 4. Any fireworks that remain unfired after the display is concluded shall be immediately disposed of in a way safe for the particular type of fireworks remaining. 5. No fireworks display shall be held during any windstorm in which the winds reach a velocity of more than 30 miles per hour. 6. All persons in actual charge of firing the fireworks shall be over the age of 18 years, competent and physically fit for the task. 7. There shall be at least 2 such operators consistently on duty during the discharge. And 8. At least 2 soda acid or other approved type fire extinguishers of at least 2 and 1.5 gallons capacity each shall be kept at a widely separated point as possible within the actual area of the display. And it is further resolved that a copy of this resolution, duly certified by the town clerk of the town of Ossing, shall constitute a permit meeting the requirements of the Code of the town of Ossing and the penal law of the state of New York. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a question.
This-
This isn't the first, I mean, they do this every year, no?
Every year, and they get permission every year.
And we have to write all of that?
No, it's pretty boilerplate. But it is just, it's a good example because, all of the, whether it's St. Augustine's or the Ossining Parks and Rec Department, everyone uses professional fireworks companies because they're the only people that are allowed to do this. But as you can see, they have to follow very, very strict rules and regulations. And we want to, again, point out that it is illegal for people to be shooting off fireworks in their home and stuff because it's very, very dangerous. And I will tell people in Ossining that shoot them off at 1 o'clock in the morning, that's even worse.
Even more illegal.
Even
I was going to say more illegal, but
Well, because then you're going with two issues. One's the noise ordinance, and
Right.
one's the legal. Although I will tell you, South Carolina does not believe in not having fireworks.
I know, but we're in New York. Lots of states, but we're in New York.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Want to just make sure that you do go to St. Augustine's July 22nd to the 20, I had the dates up here, hold on a second.
Ninth?
It goes right to the 27th. And so it's a fun festival time, so join them down there. But the fireworks are usually on the Wednesday, that's the 23rd, unless it's windy or rainy, and that's the 24th. So thank you. We'll have 2 fireworks in 1 month. Well, we always do, but quite closer together than normal.
Whereas the town board of the town of Ossing on June 24th, 2014, passed Resolution G entitled Foreclosure Public Auction, and whereas an error was noted in the date of the auction, now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Ossing hereby amends the resolution to read as follows, with the date corrected to August 13th, 2014. Foreclosure Public Auction. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossing hereby authorizes the following properties to be sold at a public auction on August 13th, 2014, pursuant to a judgment of foreclosure and sale has been entered into with New York Supreme Court, Westchester County, New York. House and property at 94 State Street, tax ID 97.011-001-084, minimum bid $25,000. Vacant property at Priestley Street, lots 4 and 5, tax ID number 97.015-0002-004, minimum bid $5,000, and 10 building lots 8-16 Thornton Hill, tax ID 89.008-001-049.004 to 013, minimum bid $177,000. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossing hereby calls for a public hearing to be held on Tuesday, July 22nd, 2014, at 7:30 p.m. at the Village of Ossing Police Court Facility, 8688 Spring Street, in the matter of local law number 3 of 2014 for the purpose of amending the town of Ossing zoning map to rezone 2 parcels owned by the General Electric Company and contiguous with the General Electric Crotonville campus to business education in conformity with the rest of the campus, the parcels being a 7.03 acre parcel, section 80.15, block 1, lot 4.1, currently zoned, bless you,
God bless you.
9 R30, and a 2.16 acre parcel, section 80.14, block 2, lot 13, currently zoned R5. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Just want to point out that the entire law will be on the webpage by the end of the week, so you can review it, and you'll have a week and a half to review it. We're just waiting for them to come in with the holidays and everything. Our planning consultant is just finishing them up.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolved, the town board of the town of Ossing hereby calls for a public hearing to be held on Tuesday, July 22nd, 2014, at 7:35 p.m. at the Village of Ossing Police Court Facility, 86-88 Spring Street, in the matter of local law number 4 of 2014 for the purpose of amending, in accordance with a petition filed by Artist Senior Living, LLC, Section 200-53, of the zoning code of the town of Ossining to define assisted living, including memory care facilities, section 200-29 of the zoning code to establish parking standards for assisted living facilities, and section 200-29 to include as a permitted use in the general business district assisted living, including memory care facility. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And again, this complete law will be on the webpage so that you can read it all and come out the public hearing if you choose to.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Whereas the town of Ossining is required to collect town, county, and school taxes for the municipality, with the onus on the town to make whole the county and school district for any uncollected taxes, and whereas the receiver of taxes has been approached by a property owner, Mr. Akamon Lee Carter, requesting a short-term payment plan for the property at 5 Brook Place, tax parcel designation 90.9-4-3, and whereas the town board, pursuant to Article 5 of the Ossining Town Code, as authorized by Section 1184 of the New York Real Property Tax Law, before entry of a final judgment may withdraw a parcel for which payment of real property taxes is delinquent from a foreclosure proceeding and enter into an installment plan for the payment of all delinquent taxes, as well as interest and penalties, and does occasionally grant such a plan and has the discretion to accept or reject any proposal by a residential or commercial property owner, providing the owner meets the eligibility requirements set forth in Section 180-17 of the Town Code, and the payment plan conforms to the requirements for such a repayment plan as set forth in Section 180-18 of the Town Code. Now therefore be resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby grants the aforementioned payment plan, which terms comply with the Town Code, to grant this property owner, who has been determined to be eligible, with the understanding that this sets no precedent going forward for this or any other property in the future. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Correspondence to be received and filed. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby accepts the following meeting minutes. Town Planning Board meeting minutes, June 11th, 2014. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Monthly reports. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby accepts the following monthly reports for the month of June 2014 from Town Clerk's Office, Town Supervisor's Office, Town Building Department, Town Tax Receiver's Office, GE
No,
Helicopter Report, and
Can you make
Town
that-
Highway
As
Department.
amended.
as amended.
Do I have a motion?
As amended.
Yes. Is there a second?
Second.
As amended.
Did the building
those-
department seem to have more money this time than usual, or is it just me?
Well, some they have different months, but they have been having.
Summer, maybe?
No, they've been having a lot of post-work people come in.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Just to make a more comment on that, there is a provision that if you have done work and did not get a building permit for it, you can feel free to go over and discuss it with the building departments, any building departments, the Village of Ossining, the Village of Barcliff, or the unincorporated with the town building department. We have waived, there is 3 sections of penalty, well, it's 2 penalties on top of the building permit. We have waived the very extreme last payment penalty during this reval. What we would like to point out, though, a lot of people are coming in for post building permits because you cannot sell your house at this time without having all your C of Os in order. The banks are being very restrictive on that, so which is very good for everyone. Madam Clerk?
And that completes our resolutions for this evening, and we'll move into visitor recognition.
No.
No, we have none. Then I ask for an adjournment to executive session for legal advice.
I move to adjourn into executive session for legal advice.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Well, this ends another one of our legislative meetings. You will notice that we are meeting as often as we think is necessary, which is every week we do our work sessions. One week we do our legislation sessions. The other week we do have a fifth Tuesday in this month. It is July 29th, and we will have no meeting on July 29th. So I'm sure the board is very pleased with that.
I think that's only the second time since I've been on the board for more than 2 years.
No.
Yeah, that's about right.
Really?
Yeah.
But we just think it's very important. I think there's another one coming up in October. Yes, December. Well, December is it?
Oh, you could forget it.
Yeah.
December,
There was another month. I think. Oh, September. No, I'm just telling you what days have 5 Tuesdays. September has 5 Tuesdays. So December does too, but then you get into the holidays. So I want to thank everybody. I want please stay cool in this very, very hot weather. Stay air conditioned. Check on your neighbors. Check on your elderly neighbors. And we hope to see you on Friday night down at the waterfront for the concerts. Bring a picnic lunch, and there'll be plenty of food vendors down there too for the concerts, which start at 7, and then the fireworks start at 9:15. So I want to thank you all, and
there are plenty of food vendors. Who's going to be there besides Wobble?
he has different food vendors set up. And according to Eric's telephone, his smartphone, it's going to be 82 degrees and totally sunny on Friday. So we're very, very pleased with that. And we look forward to seeing you again. And always on the vendors, the food vendors from the 3rd of July is already many more than the ice cream company from Croton will be there, the Blue Pig. So we look forward to... and plus other vendors, but we look forward to seeing you there, and have a wonderful week. Thank you.